Fight just ended. Andrade versus Benavidez post-fight thoughts. Let's go.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex the live is 1 in the 6. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out. Full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Let's talk about it. Fight just ended. High action fight. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Shout out to both guys. Andrade was game, but David Benavidez is David Benavidez. I'm gonna say it again. David Benavidez is David Benavidez. Let's take you through what happened. Okay. First 2 rounds was Andrade rounds. Lateral movement. He kept David guessing. But what do we know about David? He keeps walking forward. And he's not a wild animal when he walks forward. He is calculated. He's very patient. High work rate. You have to hurt this man to stop this man. And so far, we have not seen anyone remotely close who can do that. There were times where Boo Boo had his spots where he late in the fight. I think like when did this fight over? Round 6. He threw an uppercut and rocked David's head back. It looked good, and Andrade tried to rally, but it didn't do anything. So far, he is living up to the name that Mike Tyson gave him. He called him the Mexican Monster. Well, you know what? If he's not a monster, someone got to prove this man wrong. Round 4. Andrade was in the fight. I gave the first 2 rounds to Andrade. Round 3, it was a toss-up, but I gave it to Benavidez. Round 4 was when he got hurt. He came in there and he hit Andrade with I think it was a right hook, and it was downhill from there. He hurt him, and it was near the end of the round, and he never recovered. Bottom line, salute to Demetrius Andrade. He's a dog. We saw what he's made of. He was in a gunfight, but for him to lose, like who he lost to, for him to lose like that, it's cool, man. It's cool. But one thing we know about Andrade is that he's a dog. Okay, man, this lived up to the hype. It really did for as long as it lasted. Salute to both men. Now, here's what I want next. And y'all already know what I'm going to say. If Canelo Alvarez does not fight this man, all of you Canelo Alvarez supporters, go F yourselves. Seriously. Go F yourselves. For real. For real. As a supporter of the sport, if you do not demand David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez, I am so convinced that you guys are more concerned about preserving his box rec rather than him fighting the best. As it stands right now, at 168 pounds, the only threat to the undisputed champion is this man on the right, David Benavidez. For you guys not to want this fight, I'm convinced you have an unconditional love affair with that redhead. Now here's what I see. David Benavidez walks forward, but we see what gives him a little bit of issues. What gives him issues is lateral movement, which is why Andrade won the first 2 rounds so easy, which is why Caleb Plant has some shining moments, which is why Andre Durrell or Anthony Durrell, whichever Durrell fought him, Andre Anthony, I forget, because he beat him up too. But we see what gives David Benavidez issues until he cracks the code, walks him down, and imposes his will. The issues that these guys provide for David Benavidez, Canelo can't do, because he fights in a pocket, which plays directly into Benavidez's hands. This is what he does. Canelo will be bending and moving at the hip, trying to make a miss, and eventually in the championship rounds, I'll give Canelo until like around 6, where this ended, or before it ended, or from 6 on to 12. Canelo can't do what Andrade was doing, what Darrell was doing, what Caleb Plant was doing. Canelo likes to impose his will and walk forward. That's not going to happen with this kid. He's going to invite that. Can Canelo outpunch him? I don't know. And that's the thing. Stop being a fan of a fighter for 2 seconds and want what you guys have to want what's good for the sport. This is intriguing. Canelo versus Benavidez. I think he beats him. If you think Canelo beats him, you are absolutely entitled to that opinion. But how do we find out? These men must fight. Now, Jamal Charlo won tonight. One of my brothers was in the chat. He said that if Jamal won, there was a contract with his name on it, him versus Canelo in Cinco de Mayo. Guess what? I don't want to see that. Jamal just got his feet wet after a 29-month layoff. He's still going through some things. He won against Jose. But no. No. You're back in the winner's circle, but you need some work. This is the fight right here. And if David Benavidez has not made a big enough statement to you guys, you have an unconditional love affair with Canelo Alvarez, and you're not concerned about the best fighting the best. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. If you're really a supporter of the sport, you should be screaming from the highest mountain, let's get David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. How do you not want that fight? How do you not want that fight? If you don't want that fight, there's something wrong with you. And what I'm seeing is it's more Canelo fans that don't want that fight. Let me explain something to you. Canelo, your hero, has removed all of your arguments with one name, Abner Yildirim. I don't want to hear what has David Benavidez done, how much behinds he put into the seats. I don't want to hear any of it. I don't want to hear it. This man has earned a spot. He has the fan base. He has the technique. And let's not act like we haven't seen Canelo lose before. How about this? I think David Benavidez stops Canelo Alvarez. Biff will let him off the hook. David's not going to be nice about this. But it's boxing. I could be wrong. You think I'm wrong? Cool. Call for the fight. Salute to David. He won. Great performance. Salute to Andrade. You show me that you have dog. And he's not done. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Bronx on deck.
Move!